Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday night. It's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. And of course, I missed last Sunday because I just got back from a cruise of the Western Caribbean, which was a lot of fun. And it was a 7-night cruise, 7-day cruise. And again, we had a great time. We drove about 12 hours yesterday. So I am sunburned a little bit, blotchy a little bit, and ready to hang out with you guys. Anyway, happy Sunday. Like I said, thanks everybody for tuning in. Also, I just got back. My son Ledger and I, we went to see Deadpool. We just went at 4:30 and just got back. Got a Sonic iced tea. So cheap Sonic plug. If you have any idea what Sonic is, it's delicious. Anyway, unsweet iced tea. I love that stuff. And anyway, welcome. Deadpool was awesome. Again, this is your show. Whatever you guys want to talk about, it is up to you. And, we got Sideshow Con finished up. San Diego Comic-Con wrapped up today. It's just was an awesome week. I followed a lot of it from the boat. We paid for Wi-Fi, so it was pretty good Wi-Fi most of the time. Sometimes it kind of dropped me a little bit. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. And what else? We got Rogues Gallery coming up this week on Wednesday. So a lot of photos, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things with the MCU and the DCU, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, let's see what's up tonight. JWR just got home from a long weekend at Market, and this is exactly what I need, hanging out with friends, talking statues, and hearing the stories about the sloth. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So basically, we went to, we had our first 2 days. We went down, we left on Thursday, went about halfway, and then drove all the rest of the way down to Galveston. A lot of big thunderstorms, a lot of flooding down there. So anyway, we left Saturday morning. So we did Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday were both sea days. So we had a lot of time on the water. And then Tuesday was Roatan in Honduras. And so we got to hang out with sloths, which was really awesome. Let me see if I can pull up an image here. So this was an image right there of the sloth that I was able to hold. We did that. We got to have monkeys on us, which was really cool. We got to have, what else? We had parrots, different things like that. It was a lot of fun. See if I can find. So there's a picture of the monkeys. We had capuchin monkeys we went in with. That was neat. It was just a lot of fun. I filmed most of the video, or most of the time we were there. And so hopefully you'll have an idea. We were there with my family. Here's my brother-in-law, Josh, the monkey on his hat. Some of the other members of the family, which was a lot of fun. There's Ledger. We had a good time. Then we went to the beach for a few hours. And then after that, we went and did dolphins, which was really cool. Swam with dolphins. So that was fun. The next day we went to Costa Maya, and that was kind of a bummer. We rented a golf cart and had a good time. We, drove around the island. Just everybody wanting something from you. Everybody's like trying to get you to pay more money. And it's like, oh, come to this place. A lot of people trying to sell you things the whole time. So that was not a lot of fun. And then Cozumel, we went to a place called Mr. Sancho's, which was like an all-inclusive place, just to kind of hang out on the beach all day, eating tacos. So it's pretty great. But anyway, that's the story of the sloth, Josh. We talked about College Station quite a bit. My brother-in-law and his family on the way down stopped in College Station and checked out the campus, which was very cool. So anyway, we were thinking about you for sure. Thank you for saying hit the like button. Thank you very much. As you guys roll in tonight, if you'd hit the like button, it does help people find the content. So thank you. All hangout time. Saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Had a great time at it. This is the most fun I had at an MC movie in the last 3 years. Lane, I'm right there with you. I thought that Deadpool and Wolverine was a lot of fun. I was a little bit worried about taking my son to it. I still don't feel like it was as graphic as like The Boys. I think The Boys is still way more graphic than that movie. no sex, no nudity, which is nice. Obviously, the language is really awful. But it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it might be. It was a lot of funny, a lot of jabs at Fox, a lot of jabs at Disney, a lot of cameos. Again, I'm not going to talk about any of those here. I don't want to spoil anything. And please, in the chat, please don't spoil anything for anyone either. Good evening to Jolly Roger. Thank you again for being here, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jolly Roger obviously saw Deadpool as well. That's awesome. We got Theodore in the house. Let's go. Currently on holiday in Melbourne. Been venturing around comic book stores all morning. I'm jealous. I didn't get a chance to do any comic book shopping at all on this trip. But, man, we went through DZ Comics on the way back, but I was just there last month, so probably don't need to go again. Let's see. We got Godlike Statues in the house. Jimmy G in the house. Hello to Jimmy. How's it going? I hope you're having a great weekend, sir. Alan Kiefer says, evening, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, a few bits and pieces. Didn't really pick up much. Saving my money for statues. There you go. That's always a good plan, right? Got Paula in the house, our resident Harley lover. Thank you very much, Paula, for being here. Hope you're having a great weekend. Yeah, I get real, like when I get sunburn, I get like real, you can see like I got like real blotchy. I don't know. My nose is always like my nose and feet, like the top of my feet and my nose. Like I always get like one time my nose, it was so bad. Like I even had suntan lotion on and it like turned black. Like it was so bad. Just, scabbed up. So my nose is always the very first thing. I always get red, like right in this zone here, which is crazy. But we had a good time. And I wore like a hat. I always wear a like a bucket hat, So everywhere I go, I always wear one of those. There he is. That was me rocking. There's the BSC on one of the islands. I can't remember which one, but yeah, I always have the black bucket hat on, but obviously the sun gets through it. But anyway, had a really great time. There's the island right there, back there. I think that was Costa Maya. But yeah, really great time. And again, I'll probably publish the video for you guys if anybody's interested. It was a lot of fun. We got to watch the people late for the cruise running, which was nice. That was really fun. If you've ever done that, the last call. So that was cool. Alan says, "Hey Jimmy, Zach Davenport hype for Lady Penguin. Man, that's crazy, right? I don't understand. And I want to get into that more, especially on Rogues, like why they feel the need to they feel the need to do that. I just don't understand. Yeah, Godlike in the house. Paula, you got to go see it. It was really good. Alan says, "What's up, JWR? When is your next auction?" Well, we just had one recently, Raven, so it'll probably be at least a month from now, at least. Not feeling the Lady Penguin. Are you excited about Robert Downey Jr.? I am. I think that was, I think the MCU is definitely trying to pick back up. It's been a rough couple of years with just a tremendous amount of duds. And so this is really exciting that Robert Downey Jr., obviously this is going to be in Elseworlds where Tony Stark is Dr. Doom. And man, what a reaction from Hall H. Just absolutely incredible. And so it's been really fun to be able to be able to live through the videos that we've been posting. And I have to give a special shout out to Richard Ma, who took the time to film all of those videos for you guys. And so please, again, hit the like button. Thank him in the comments because he did a tremendous job. There's videos I still haven't published yet. He was at all of these incredible panels, and it was just really cool to see what he was able to experience. I told him today, I was like, man, you did a lot. It was crazy. And he basically filmed everything he did. So I hope you guys are enjoying that content. And I really wish I could have been there this year. But, again, hanging out with the family this year. Everyday Collector in the house. Hello to you. Yes, indeed. Everyone see the big Marvel announcement? Yes, Robert Downey Jr. is back as Doom. It sure is. What's the next statue you're due to receive? It's a really good question. I thought that new Jim Lee piece from the Dark Knight Returns was going to be shipping, although I haven't had any sort of notification whatsoever at all. And so anyway, I guess we'll see. But that That's the one I'm expecting probably most likely. Yeah, again, I just don't understand why they needed to change Penguin. I would like to know a little bit more, obviously. Liam T35 said, "What's up, y'all? Thank you very much, Liam, for being here. Still seems like a faithful representation, regardless of gender." Well, that's true. And again, I'm going to be able, or willing and able to give it a chance. I'm still excited for the show, and we'll see. But yeah, I want to know what the reason is, like why they felt they needed to do it. I just got back from a 4-day convention and I'm worn out. Ben Hizzle, I believe you. Some of those conventions, you need a vacation from it. I always say that about Disney. You need a vacation once you get back from vacation because it's just so exhausting. Theodore thinks it's a little silly. Let's see. What's say why, brother? I think people just don't understand like why you needed a gender swap. It's like it's just I feel like they just do it for the sake of doing it. Jolly Roger says, "I don't like Change Man, especially the classic character. Should have just made a new character." But again, I think that would have been fine too. And maybe they're just trying to breathe fresh blood into the characters. I mean, it's Penguin's been around a long time. Gets a little stale. He's Mayor Penguin or Iceberg Lounge Penguin or it's like I get it. I get why they maybe wanted to do it. Matt Martin, $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ready to be back at Rogues this weekend or this Wednesday. Yeah, I'm excited just to get back to the regular format. It's going to be great. The last show we had, obviously, Chad Colbank came on from Tweeterhead. That was really great. So anyway, I'm excited. And Matt, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Man, this I don't know if he wants to say yet, but this guy's getting an incredible commission soon. Just a once in a lifetime opportunity, and so I'm really excited. The happiest sloth hearing all about BSC deep statue collected issues he's facing, purchasing and maintaining a large statue collection. Man, the sloths, I tell you, they were just so cool, laid back. It's just crazy. The worst part of that whole thing, though, we were back in this enclosure, and they probably had 30 sloths. In one of them was even a baby, which was really cool. We got to see. I wonder if I have a picture of that. You're gonna learn way more about sloths than you expected. Yeah, this guy brought out a mommy sloth and her baby. Isn't that cool? So anyway, that was a lot of fun. That's actually the reason why we went down there, because a family member wanted to do it, and so we made it happen, right? Glad you're back, Chris. Put some aloe. Yeah, I know. I need to put something on there. Get back to normal here. Lewis, doing great. How about yourself? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Why don't you like change? Let's get really to the root of this problem. Man, Zach, you're really going all in, my friend. I don't want Penguin to be female. That's why. There you go. All right. Well, what is it about this Penguin being a female? So, Paula, in the new cartoon series, they showed episode number 1, I think. Jeff Delaney saw it. He was under the impression, like a lot of us, that it was all going to take place kind of in the 30s and 40s. And he said that's not the case. It just has that look. And Penguin is a female. So again, it's just, it is what it is, I guess. Oh, wow. I had no idea you related to Josh. Which Josh? I mean, I'm related to my Josh. He lives in Kansas City. I don't know that opening fight scene was boyish with the violence. It was pretty crazy, though. It was fun. Did you have a chance to see that Iron Studios 1/4 Wolverine and Deadpool statue? Yes, of course, Lane. And again, we'll be talking about it on Wednesday for sure. But I think they both looked really good. Kinsey in the house, hello to you. Thank you very much for being here. Superman, hello all. Hope your cruise was awesome. Yeah, we had a really good time. Again, it was nice. I think I've gained 15 pounds, which I'm hoping to lose most of that this week because it's just, you just eat. And like my brother-in-law, like we would order 3 appetizers and 2 entrees, because you just do that on a cruise. You don't need it all, but it's just a really good opportunity to try things you wouldn't normally try. But it was good, really good. They had this was on the Carnival Jubilee, which was just a massive ship. They've got a roller coaster, which I rode. It's called the Bolt. But just, they've got like Shaq's Big Chicken. Like they've just got all these incredible food places, and we had a really good time. A lot of great shows. And sometimes it's just nice to hang out in the cabin too. It was pretty great. Thank you very much. Godlike Statues gifted 1 Batman Statue Collector membership. Thank you very much. And again, if you guys want to become members and help support the channel in a different way, please hit the join button down below. You can see the different levels of perks. So thank you guys very much. So Chris, they announced for Batman Caped Crusader that Penguin is going to be female voiced by Minnie Driver. I'm going to watch the show, but I do admit I went, why are we doing this? Well, and again, I'm anxious to see why, like if they give a reason, or maybe they just wanted to change it up. But I do love Minnie Driver. I think she's fantastic. I didn't know that's who was the voice. Caesar Calderon says, hi, Chris. Happy Sunday. Thank you very much. Happy Sunday to you. Thanks for George, thank you very much as always, my friend. Sorry for the delay on the room tour. It's coming. No worries. No worries. Yeah, and thank you again, Jimmy, for the membership. That was great. Zach says, and a new and interesting spin on an old gym. I hope so. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's good. Anne Marie in the house. Hello to you. Thank you very much for being here. Hey, Chris, I noticed Finch's commission prices practically doubled. I didn't even bother this year. So yeah, he was, whenever, like last year at this time, he was at $1,200 for a full body, which is what I paid. Then it went up to $2,500 and now it's at $3,000. Just in the last 5 months or so. My portraits that I've been getting are $700. Now they are now up to $800. So I don't know if he got to mine this weekend or not, but yeah, it's $800, which sucks. But he's obviously getting it. That's the thing is like and I think they raised it right before San Diego Comic-Con. And I know that they've been busy. I don't know how many he did. I know that I'm on the list for Ra's al Ghul. Also Eric B was on a full list, a full commission list. So I'm assuming he had to pay $3,000. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy, but people are obviously paying it like stupid here. But I really want to complete this wall. Yeah, Oswalda, I think is what they call her. Yeah, Oswalda. No news on Batman 89. I haven't heard anything about delays or anything, so we'll see. I'm real happy with the Penguin that I have. Oh, I got a lot of room. I got endless things to do in the middle. I've got lots of space on the back shelf, and these are pretty much still practically empty down here. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. But I'm in no rush to fill it. Yeah, absolutely, Zach. I agree with that. It's not like it's a Lady Riddler. Gender swaps don't usually work for me either, but Penguin does. Okay, oh, there you go. Glad to hear it. Deadpool is extremely silly, but fun. The idiots that are late to get back on the cruise ship are called pier runners. Yes. There was one guy, so it was supposed to leave at like 5, or no, it was supposed to leave that day at like, I think 5:30. And it was 5:30 and there were people still coming. And so they waited and waited. And then it was like almost 10 minutes later, 5:40. And this guy is like just walking and he's taking like selfies of himself. And we're all like just hooting and hollering at him. It was crazy. And he just kind of just slowly walked. It was nuts. Takes a lot of balls. Joey Rios, we have seen great success with Punchline. Leave the classic characters alone. Let the creative juices flow and create new female characters that will rock just like all the other female rogues. I just don't always understand the need to create a different character. Would people be upset if they made Wonder Woman a man? We don't ever hardly ever see it go the other way. But I just like you have an established character. I would rather them just leave it. And then like you said, or like others have said, create create a new character. I just don't understand the need for it. I don't know. They do it all the time now. That's just what Hollywood does all the time now. Pre-ordered Godzilla -1 to go with my Godzilla and Kong diorama and Prime 1's Optimus Prime. Well, that's awesome. Sounds like you have a great lineup. The Iron Studios Alex Ross line looks awesome. I think I like them better than the Prime 1 pieces. I don't know if the Prime 1 stuff that we saw is final. I don't think it is. And so I would, maybe wait a little bit. I think they're both going to be really good. Some people didn't like the body on Batman. I really liked it. I mean, it's very similar to that classic pose that, DC directed years ago. So I'm excited for all the options, because again, it gives collectors that option to get whatever they want. Penguin should be played by an avian American. I ended up finally pulling the trigger to live pre-order Harley Who Laughs from Prime 1 to help celebrate 1K subs for godlike statues. That's awesome. And again, congratulations to Jimmy and the whole crew. It's awesome. Big milestone. And man, you can never go wrong with a live pre-order. That's for sure. That's awesome. I think I'm going to get Iron Studios DP and W. I love how the bases form a heart when you slide them together. I think that they really are amazing. I think it's some of Iron Studios' best. I'm really excited for them. So I think it's awesome. And I also want to give a shout out to Aunt Adams real quick. Aunt Adams basically put out a press release tonight that they've signed the Kucherik brothers, who are immensely talented. We're big fans here on the channel of those guys, and they're exclusively going to be working as art directors for PCS. And so congratulations. Sorry for all the other statue companies that were using them, but PCS, really, really excited for Ant and the whole crew. That Vader bust is incredible. A lot of you, again, we'll talk about it more on Rogues this week, but man, I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a major hit for them. It's definitely something that I would love to own, because I love Vader. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. So I would love it. Gender swap Silver Surfer and I riot, but then again, the chest. Well, that sounds like what maybe they're doing. Somebody's saying. I think we would all prefer a male penguin voiced by yeah, I think maybe so. And Wonder Woman voiced by Sam. Now, see, that would be kind of fun. Like, we get into some comedy, that's for sure. Wow. I don't know what is money flying away. Virgin Prime Brotherhood member, happy Sunday. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing great. Jeff, I like Jeff Rowe. I don't know what that is, but I like it. Jeff Rowe says, it is my understanding they changed Harley Quinn's personality, making her more lighthearted as the Doctor, but a darker version of the alias as Harley Quinn, kind of a scarier version. That's cool. I'm really excited for this show. Like, there might be things that bug us, but I'm excited for new content. Like, I think it's really exciting, and I'm really jealous that Jeff got to see the first episode. To be honest, I was really hoping that it would be that 1930s, and they would kind of stick in that time frame, that the vehicles would be all the 30s, and it'd be kind of like that. Just the mobsters and stuff. But I could see why maybe that would maybe pigeonhole them a little bit, but I still think that would be a lot of fun. But I'm excited to see what they do with the characters. And Harley Quinn obviously is a beloved character, and I'm excited. Jeffro, I love the name. Rosine, and I hope I say that right. Rosine Nicholas knew about Batman animated series on Iron Studios. Obviously, I think they're going to do some stuff with Iron Studios. I would imagine Iron Studios does everything, so I would imagine that they're still going to do the old animated series, but probably new stuff as well. Okay, let's talk about Riddler. I'm digging what they showed. So I think that was my biggest disappointment of all of Sideshow Con was that we didn't get to see the full reveal. As I think Eric or Jeff pointed out in our private chat, that it does say at the bottom that, still pending, whatever renders. And so that's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. And I think what they've done so far is really good. I think he will have a little bit of height to him. He looks like he's really propped up on those barrels. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, he's seated. He's got a detonator in his hand. He's got the bowler hat. So I'm very excited to see what they do. I think it'll be very different from what I've been told. It's going to be very different from the Tweeterhead one. I think maybe Tweeterhead's going to be a little bit more of that classic hush-looking Riddler. And I think the Sideshow one is going to be a little bit more gory, a little bit more darker, sinister, maybe. And so I'm excited to get both. I'm excited to add a little bit of green in the collection for sure. But I'm very excited, Josh, and I can't wait to see more. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I think that's that's a fun take. I mean, obviously she's always had that, she was this legit psychologist that was manipulated by the Joker, and to the point where she went crazy. And so I'm excited about that. Chris, what do you think about Sideshow's Riddler tease? Are you still excited about him? Again, I just spoke on that, but yeah, 100%. I'm very excited. I have wanted a Riddler in the collection for a long time, and now knowing that I'm going to be getting 3 with the Prime 1 piece, obviously, I'm assuming at some point LBS will do one. We know Tweeterhead's doing one, and now Sideshow. It's a good time finally to be a Riddler fan. Queen Studios needs to do a RDJ Dr. Doom statue. I'm 100%. You know what's going to happen. The problem is that they don't ever do his likeness. I don't know if he just doesn't sign off. So it's most likely not going to be an RDJ Doom statue, but it would be a movie masked version unless something changed. So we'll see. Gosh, talking about the Riddler, it sold to me. Well, I'm very excited. I think a lot of collectors are really going to be excited about that. So stay tuned. Ken Pope, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you very much, guys. If you would just take a second. That was like 3 or 4 seconds, but please hit the like button, guys. Thank you. Alex Ross, Iron Studios seems a little too glossy. Sometimes, with the paint, it's just hard to see in those videos. It was behind glass, a lot of heavy lights. So don't judge necessarily based on the convention, the way they had it set up. I wish that they were kind of out in the open like Sideshow does sometimes. Or Prime 1 does sometimes. Like, I wish that they were not behind glass because I think we would get a better feel for that paint application. But again, these are early prototypes, so just wait. Did you skip over my super chat? Metal for Life, I did not get a super chat from you. Unless it went to my Gmail. Sometimes people send it to directly to Gmail. Let me see. All right. Nope. It looks like the super chat did not go through if you sent one. So I do apologize, but it's not showing up on my end at all. So sorry about that. Let's see. Iron Studios has some serious talent. They really do. I've really been impressed with what they've been doing, Stanley. They had a smaller booth this year, but I still feel like they had a really nice impact. Again, when less and less statue companies are represented at these things, I think they were a shining star for sure. Them and PCS for sure. Southern Comic Geek says, "What's up, folks? Thank you very much, Brotherhood member. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you guys." Eric S. just got done seeing Deadpool and Wolverine. Absolutely amazing and hilarious. Again, I was right there with you. I saw it tonight again with my son, which was really great. And I'm really glad we went. We had a good time. I'm excited to get that Riddler. It will change up the display. I love the seated pose. I agree. I like that there's some difference. I like to, do something like this where they're kind of all posed together. And so having some height differentiation is great. You'll be able to put stuff in front or behind. So I'm excited for the pose. I think it's going to be fun. I also think it's funny that XM did a seated and Sideshow did a seated. Just interesting. Jeff Houghton 2K says, I'm not thrilled with what I've seen of Riddler so far. I may have to settle for the Iron Studios 1/10 scale as my Riddler. Again, that's a great piece, Jeff. You can't go wrong with that one. But again, just wait until we see. Again, we're just kind of seeing renders right now. We haven't even seen the actual physical sculpt yet. So just stay tuned. We'll see what you think. Someone needs to do the Riddler packaging as a puzzle, like a combination to unlock with hints on the box artwork. That'd be a lot of fun, Brad. I think it would probably increase the cost, but it would be a lot of fun. I think it'd be cool. I like that idea. The Iron Studio Superman and Batman look good. Great piece. Great price. Batman hasn't gone up for pre-order yet, as far as I know, but Superman is up right now at Sideshow. And what was it, like $750? I got to go back in now. I can't remember. Again, I'm still on ocean time here. Yeah. Oh, man, I was right on the money. $750. 399 people viewing it on the website right now. I do think it looks good. I do feel like the paint might be a little smooth, kind of simple, not a lot of texture on these. So again, I would like to see them in person for sure. Hopefully I'll have a chance to review them for you guys at some point. But I think they do look good. I'm just excited to see more. George says Deadpool movie over 400 million. Again, it's an incredible opening weekend. Definitely a very successful. And hopefully Disney is taking note on what people are wanting to see. Again, there has been a tremendous amount of duds in the last couple of years. I mean, there's been some okay moments, but certainly not, at the height of Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and, just the Avengers film in general. Those were amazing and people were super hyped, and phase 4 or whatever has been a dud in my opinion. I love the look with the barrels and the detonator. Absolutely. Again, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to have some storytelling elements to it. Sideshow always kind of does that bait and switch a little bit with like Joker has a detonator, but there's actually a bomb, next to it. There's always like these little intricate stories that they tell. I think that's probably going to be the case with the detonator. S. Constable says, I'm looking forward to seeing a comparison video of all your Riddler statues in the future. That'll be cool. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. Hopefully I'll have a chance to do some side-by-sides. Of course, that's going to be probably years from now, but it'll, if you're still with me years from now, I'm definitely going to do it, guys. Thank you. Jeff Morris says the Alex Ross Batman looked pretty accurate to the artwork. I agree. Again, some people complained about like maybe his arms looking too big. People are going to nitpick and complain all the freaking time. It doesn't matter. But I agree with you, Jeff. I thought what I saw was like, this looks good. I liked Batman better than Superman. So I don't have any real complaints. Again, maybe throw a little bit more texture on it, maybe. But I think it looked great. I'm excited for collectors. And again, it's nice that we're going to have options. There's some great custom ones of Alex Ross. There's, of course, the Prime 1 coming out. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I know what you will talk about. I know that you will talk about it on Wednesday, but man, that Grand Admiral Thrawn PF has me really intrigued for seeing the different sculpts for it. The Riddler is the big one I want to see. I thought they showed a lot of really great things. I think that Bishop looked really good. I think that Sideshow continues to be on a roll. I love that they're letting their artists be a little bit or have a little bit more creative freedom. And again, hearing from various people in the industry that it sounds like Warner Brothers is backing off a lot on their gun policy and things like that for DC products. Again, I feel like that's going to give Sideshow even more creative freedom to create some really fun things. So I'm excited. Did you do karaoke on the cruise? And if so, what was your song? No one needs to hear me sing. I'm awful. And I even embarrass myself when I sing in my own car. So I love to sing, but I'm awful. So anyway, no, I didn't do karaoke, but there's a really cool place on the Jubilee that's on deck 8. And it's kind of in the very back of the ship, and it's a barbecue joint, but it's also there's like a military, like veterans area. And it's kind of like this just really cool lounge. like a sports bar. Like it's all kind of mixed into one. And so that's where they had a really great band that did a lot of tribute music and stuff like that. So we hung out there almost every night. It was down from the pizza place. So we'd go grab a slice of pizza and just listen to rock and roll. There's country one night and, R&B. Just every night was really great, but it was all the same band. And so we did a lot of that. We didn't do karaoke. We did some like trivia, like Harry Potter trivia and movie trivia and stuff like that. We did on the cruise. What else did we do? There was 3 ladies from Russia. They were violinists, and they did one night. They did like 80s rock, like AC/DC, Metallica. They did it all on the violin, and I've got a lot of it on my phone here that I'm going to do in the video. So if you guys are intrigued by that at all, I'll put it up there. But man, they were fantastic. I love listening to music. It's one of my favorite things. And so we tried to do that every chance we could. Why do you think PCS didn't show The Last Ronin on bike? I think they want to solicit more sales as it releases. Zach, it might have just been simply logistics. It might have been that they didn't have the room, that they wanted to show off certain pieces. But I really don't know. I don't have any insight into that. But I know space was limited on what they could probably bring, or maybe they just couldn't get the prototype ready in time, or there's always logistics. Chris, what do you think about the 3 Kingdom statues from Infinite? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I trust the Russos bringing the magic back. I agree 100%, Jeff. I think that the news of them signing back on was massive. I think it's going to really turn things around after seeing Wolverine and Deadpool. You really get kind of a glimpse of what the future could be like. And I really liked what I saw. Like it felt like a fresh movie. It felt fun. And yes, there was a lot of language and things like that. So I'm assuming that'll, be more tame for sure, for future Avengers movies. But obviously they've kind of gone away from the Kang dynasty, with the issues with that actor. And so they had to pivot. And me personally, I think this is going to pivot in an even better direction. Obviously kicking off with the Fantastic Four. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm excited again to be a Marvel fan. I think it's going to be a lot of fun the next 2 or 3 years. Couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be awesome. I love that it's going to be his take as a villain. Obviously, he's incredibly beloved. But I can't wait to see what they do with it. Thoughts on Queen Studios, Silicone, Lord of the Rings, Aragon, 1/3. I thought it looked really good. Again, we posted that video today. And again, I want to thank Richard for filming that for us. He was invited, as was I. I was also invited to the private event, but of course I was not available to be there. But Richard filmed that for us and got a glimpse of that statue and some of their incredible figures. They're going to be doing action figures as well. So obviously introducing some new stuff through in art. But I thought the Aragorn looked really good. Ronaldo, Brotherhood member, thank you very much. Hi, Chris. I know we watch your channel for Batman content, but I love that premium format of Deadpool and Wolverine. I love the way they look and pair together. And again, technically, just to be technical, they're not premium formats. They are part of Iron Studios 1/4 scale line. But I agree. I was even thinking during the movie, as I'm watching the movie, I'm like, I really want those statues. Could I make it work in this room? Anything's possible, but I also really like them as well. I'm right there with you, Ronaldo. Nerd Without Order would love to see that Wonder Woman Alex Ross statue, but would also love to see how the Tweeterhead bust will look like. I'd like to get the Trinity together in some shape or form. And I just think we have to be patient because there's obviously always going to be stuff coming out. But in the meantime, order something and sell it if you don't like it, or if there's something better out there. I know it's not the best sellers market right now, but I just think we have to be patient a little bit. Anyone collect Mafex? I'm not sure what that is. Mafex. They released 2 new Hush Batman and Hush Robin. Are they licensed? I've not heard of them. Disney might start pairing Marvel heroes. Again, it's going to print money if it's done well. Absolutely. The PCS Darth Maul looked good. I'd like to have seen a bit more of it. Me too. I don't feel like it was shown very much in coverage. I know at least Richard didn't film much of it. I was hoping to see a little bit more myself. But I thought it looked good as well. I thought a lot of the pieces really looked nice. Only thing holding him back is the saber. Well, Mr. Extreme is in the house. Mr. X, you do know that most people come back from a cruise with a This is my tan. So, and I don't know if Mr. X is still here, but whenever I go on a cruise, like in the 1920s, you had that full body sunsuit, like with the stripes or whatever. That's me. Again, I'm in my long shorts. I wear a shirt covered to my wrists. So I'm surprised my hands are not sunburned. My bucket hat. So this is my sunburn area right here. My nose, which is, again, I get sunburn there all the time. Again, this is me and my bucket hat right here. In case you missed it earlier, there's me and my bucket hat. But yeah, it's really quite crazy. And then again, there's me with my sloth. A little different picture there. But yeah, we had a really great time. But yeah, I know. I mean, here I'm actually in the sun. I have no protection there. This is one of the, going to dinner nights. Yeah, I know. One statue I'm interested in was at Infinity Studios. I have no idea how to pronounce that. World of Warcraft 1/3 scale. It seemed a lot of mixed media. Again, a lot of really good stuff shown this weekend. And so, yeah, it's always exciting to see new stuff. Infinite. Okay. Thank you very much for making that clear. I think RDJ as Doom could be some type of twist. Ooh, I think you're right. There's actually a comic book where that happened, where it was an alternate universe, Earth something or other, where Tony Stark was Doom. And so it'll be awesome to see. The Constantine piece is funny because if you've ever seen Modern Family, and somebody said it, and I can't unsee it now. It looks like the dad from Modern Family. It just really does. Phil Dunphy. I was trying to pull up a picture here. But if you look, this is bad, but if you look at that Constantine, that's what he looks like. Or Zac Efron. I showed my wife the picture, and I said, "Who do you see?" And she said, "Phil from Modern Family." And then she said, and Zac Efron. I'm like, funny, because that's what everybody on the internet said. And now I can't unsee it. But the statue itself, Martine Canali, absolutely fantastic sculpt. Love the paint, love the colors. Head sculpt, I feel like could use some tweaking. RDJ can play a bad guy extremely well. I think the way they set up the announcement with a stage full of Dr. Dooms means there's a high probability of there being multiple variants of Doom. Great. I hadn't even thought of that. But that's exactly probably correct. I also love that he, whenever he did the Iron Man pose, it's exactly the same as Iron Man, but he did it without a smile at first. He just did that real serious. And then he kind of did the wink over there at the Russos. It was very well done. I love it. And then he put on the Tony Stark glasses. With everything that came out this weekend, one thing I want to know is, who were you rooting for in the men's Olympic fencing? We actually love the Olympics in our family. It's something that we're watching. Like my wife's upstairs watching swimming or whatever is on right now. And we were actually really excited to watch the opening ceremony on the boat. However, it sounds like there's been all kinds of controversy with religious overtones and things like that. But anyway, the opening ceremony, they didn't carry on the boat. So we're trying to stream it, on the boat down where we're listening to the cover band. But I don't know anything about men's Olympic fencing. We tend to watch a lot of the swimming and the gymnastics and stuff like that. But fencing, I don't know. Hey, Charles is here. Haven't seen Charles in a while. Hey, Chris, what did the Queen Studios T800 life-size bust look like in person? Actually, Charles, I was not there. It was all done by Richard Ma, who filmed for us. And again, I want to thank him so very much for taking the time to do that. Incredible weekend. He saw so many incredible panels. But anyway, I have not seen it in person, but I think it looks good. I wear a banana hammock and nothing else, even in the main formal dining room. And so I know you're joking, but at the same time, I could totally see you doing that, which I love. Yeah, we are. Let's see. This was my third Carnival cruise, and we've also been on a Disney cruise. Carnival cruises are probably a little bit more our style. Like it's a little less formal. Disney cruises were very expensive, but they're just so well done. Disney does it better than anybody. But the Jubilee was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. I'm not one to I don't love to get dressed up and stuff like that. I will. But I'd rather just hang out and chill. That's just kind of my vibe. But just we put on a polo every night, and I got my khaki shorts. And then we did a night where we were all dressed in white. But yeah, a banana hammock would have been a nice touch. Eric says, I love RDJ, but is anyone else so tired and exhausted with Multiverse and Elseworlds? Bring back simplicity in these narratives. I think it's hard to at this point because you kill off characters. And they're the characters that people care about. So I think what they're trying to do is find a way to bring that excitement back. And a way to do that is exactly what they did in Wolverine versus Deadpool, bringing in a lot of cameos. And again, I'm not going to talk about them here. But it was such a good movie, and it was so fun, and the cameos were a lot of fun, and there was plot twists with that. And again, I wish I could talk more about it. Maybe we will after more people have seen it. But I'm okay with the multiverse because I think it allows you to bring some of those characters back that are beloved, RDJ and Chris Evans and whoever else. They could bring back, Scarlett Johansson. The possibilities are really endless. Can you please use your influence now that you've gotten your sea legs to have one of these companies make us a 1/3 scale Jack Sparrow? Listen, mate, I was on the Caribbean. I was on, Cozumel or whatever, and I was trying bloody hard to get a Jack Sparrow statue made. But if you actually go to any of these shops, there's all these knockoff statues. And I filmed some on my little, portable photo box thing. And I filmed it, and there was not one Jack Sparrow. However, one of my favorite things I saw on one of the islands was Jack Sparrow riding a motorcycle, mate. I actually did see that. I apologize for my bad Jack Sparrow, but I did see Jack Sparrow riding a motorcycle. That was pretty funny. McFarlane's Spawn 15-inch statue looked good. I agree. I'm not a big Spawn person. I don't really know much about Spawn. That's my bad. But I do think the statues look nice. Yeah, you can definitely see a little Zac Efron for sure. BSC, Mr. X, and Jim Rock. Again, thank you very much for the compliment. That was very nice. Again, just I don't know about the BSC guy, but Mr. X and Jim are absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. I know Jim is launching a new I think daily live stream podcast in the mornings. So if you're, especially in the UK, you're probably going to be able to take advantage of that. I think a lot of us in the United States will miss it because we'll be at work. But anyway, yeah, two amazing collectors and, just two pillars of the community. I know, Eric. That's what I mean. That's the thing is somebody posted that. I'm like, I cannot unsee it. Yeah, go USA. Heck yeah. The Extreme channel, you gotta get Hot Toys, life-size Deadpool and Wolverine, only 2K, 24K for the pair. If there's somebody that could maybe get something like that, it would be Mr. X. He has some amazing life-size stuff in his collection. I know he has got some great stuff. Flankster's got some life-size things, I think, in his collection. Obviously, Art has the space, although his art space is filling up really quickly. It's crazy. Hi, Chris. I had my final payment to Prime One Studios, John Constantine Deluxe bonus, and had to cancel because of a financial issue, and I had to cancel. I was so upset with one payment left. Well, here's the thing, Ronaldo. First of all, I'm sorry that you had the financial issue. Life obviously has ups and downs at times, but just because you were having to cancel it now doesn't mean you'll never get it, right? Things will hopefully improve, and then you'll be able to repurchase, maybe even for less than you were going to pay now. It is a fantastic piece. So again, my thoughts are with you, and hopefully you'll be able to get it down the road. Just keep believing, my friend. Please don't do the Jack accent. Very cringy. Listen, Raven, if you don't like it, don't watch, mate. See, JWR loves it. See, there you go. Easy now. The Sparrow is great. No, it's not very great, mate, but I like to do it every once in a while whenever I go to Tortuga and have myself a margarita. And I had about, let's see, I think I had about 8 or maybe 9 margaritas in the Caribbean this trip, whatever. But yeah, I do love margaritas. With a little bit of rum, you won't be able to tell the difference. That's true. If we all drank rum, my Jack Sparrow would sound a lot better, right? Joey says, Eric Peter, I agree. The multiverse works for comics, but it's made the MCU convoluted. RDJ and the Russos coming back is cool, but the stories have been lacking. Again, Joey, I think that this is going to give them the opportunity to make it better again, right? Again, just my opinion. I'm the guy with the mic, so you hear me probably more than everybody else. Love the Sparrow voice. Raven says, I'm out. There he goes. Oh, Jada, boo. No, it's all love here. So it's great. You can watch or not watch. It's up to you. I promise I won't do it much more. Maybe a little bit more. We'll see. See if I'll drink some more of my delicious Sonic iced tea. Sonic, if you want to sponsor me, your iced tea is delicious. My son had your chicken fingers. Delicious. I love the voice, Raven. I'm super chatted a few times for. Oh yes, I've super chatted. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, if anybody wants to super chat for any voice, I'll try my best. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a really fun week. Again, it's really cool when StatueCon is happening, because that's a lot just in itself. But then, you add SDCC and like my week of travel. Like, it was just a very busy, crazy week. The Olympics, just very cool. So hold on a second. Has the freezing stopped with? I haven't had a freeze yet. With the new PC. I just got back from the con, Chris. Thank you for the shout out, Richard Moss. So yeah, again, this is Neo. I guess I didn't realize Richard was Neo, but I can't thank you enough, Richard, for doing all of the videos. Like, it just looked like you had an incredible time, and I know, like, filming for an event like that, I know how crazy it can get and how stressful it can get. So I can't thank you enough for filming that for us and bringing us to the con. To see some of the things that you experienced, and again, I can't thank you enough. I'm going to be releasing, I think, a video tomorrow of like more of Richard's footage. I think it's like over an hour long. Some of it you've seen before, some of it's brand new. But anyway, I can't thank Richard enough. And I've had a chance to meet him a couple of times as well, the last 2 years. So again, thank you again for all that you're doing for the community, Richard. Thank you. Jolly Roger, $9.99 super chat for the Sparrow. Let's see. What could I say that's new? Let's see. When I went to the Caribbean, I think I already established that, mate. Now, well, first of all, we're going to go try to find the Black Pearl, right? But I couldn't find the Black Pearl, but I did find sloths, right? So the bloody sloths are put on your body, and they just hug you. And it's like getting a warm hug, kind of like Frozen, right? But anyway, I had a parrot on my shoulder. That was pretty cool. But what was really cool, mate, is if you remember from the very first film, the Black Pearl had a captain named Barbossa. And Barbossa had a monkey named Jack. I got to have that capuchin monkey Jack on my shoulder, mate. And that was bloody well cool. So I got to be Barbossa and Jack Sparrow for a little bit of time on the island of Roatan in Honduras, mate. First time I've been in that country. It was a lot of fun, mate. All right. hopefully that was worth the $10 super chat. Thank you very much. I love embarrassing myself on the internet. It's no SDCC, but the GalaxyCon in Raleigh, North Carolina was a blast this weekend, and I look forward to going again next year. That's awesome. I hope you had a great time. I've never been. I don't think I've ever been to North Carolina, but I would love to go to some of those other shows that I haven't gone to before. How are you, Chris? Doing great. Louis Soto in the house. Thank you very much. Doing great.
Oh, Mr. Godlike Statues, wanting me to do my Joker voice all day long. I'm going to cough, because I'm doing a little high and a little low. Somebody asked me the other day about Joker. I think it was my son, and I said, the key to doing the Joker is to go high and then go low. And be really sinister at times.
I don't have the laugh down, but hopefully that was fairly decent. Oh, now I'm like, voice is going. They need to release. Thank you for the super chat, Jimmy. By the way, they need to release a statue. A question: Adam Strange, Shazam, and some Batman villains we have not seen done. I think that we are in the process of that, George. I think that we really, I think we're really in this renaissance a little bit of having some characters finally. I think the statue collecting hobby has. And I think it was Mr. X. I think Mr. X did this video. If you're still watching, about who the companies are catering toward that higher tier collector, that one that can afford the higher tier stuff, low ES, higher tier. And I think Mr. X was right on the money. It's the same with Disney. Like, they are not catering, they are not targeting the average family anymore, and that sucks. They are targeting the ones that are going to spend these extreme high dollars on, the vacation club and all of that stuff. That's who they're targeting. And so I am excited that even with all of that, they're still wanting to pivot and bring us some of those characters. And I think this is the best time for it. I need to. So it's like, let's see, what could I do?
Hello, this is the Joker, and you're watching Godlike Statues.
How about that? There we go. You can clip that. Sparrow calling. Okay. This is like a super chat off here. Okay. You want Sparrow calling Joker crazy. All right.
Listen, I've been told that I'm a madman for quite some time, mate, and maybe I am and maybe I'm not. Maybe it's the rum, or maybe it's the sea water or sea air. I don't know. But that clown is bloody well crazy, mate. He goes to the loony bin, eh? Savvy?
How about that? I don't know. We've really gone off the rails tonight. Theodore, 24 months. I'm going to give you a big BSC hug right now. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for all the members that continue to support the channel like you guys do. It helps so much. You have no idea. So thank you. If you enjoy the content, please consider joining. Otherwise, thank you just for being around. But the members, thank you very, very much for supporting us like you do. Thank you, Theodore. I've heard you mention adding a splash of color to your collection. How about adding houseplants, vines? I've seen others use fake ones, and they look great. Hint, poison ivy style. I don't know if that's something I want to do right at the moment. It's definitely, right now, I'm definitely working on the art part of it, trying to figure out that part. I've got a number of pieces. I've got a Ryan Brown coming. I've got a Jock coming. I've got maybe a David Finch. I don't know if he did it this weekend or not. I haven't heard anything from Jason. But never say never. But I'm not necessarily interested in the plants at this time. If you remember the Halloween episode, go back and watch last Halloween. That's enough to scare everyone. Savvy, absolutely. Bryan, you don't even want to know. We're having a real punchy night. I'm enjoying my Sonic beverage. Sonic, if you want to sponsor me. Thanks again, Jimmy, for the statue. What'd you sell, Jimmy? Sparrow impersonating Joker. I tell you guys. JWR saying hi to Bryan. You're right, Chris. The companies are going for the high-end collector. Thank God for Sideshow and Iron Studios Infinity. I don't know if Infinity's pretty high, but definitely Sideshow, Iron Studios. I would definitely lump like Kotobukiya in there. I would lump Tweeterhead in there. It's nice that there are definitely still some companies they're still doing it, right? They're still interested in keeping those prices low, for sure. It looks like the chat slowed down a little bit. Caught up with the chat. So again, I just want to remind everybody to stay tuned to the channel. Got a lot of content coming up this week. Got some reviews and things like that. We also have a Dark Side Collectibles Catwoman review. That is a showcase review. That might be tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, but I'm anxious for people to see that video. And also just a reminder that Rogues Gallery is going to be this coming Wednesday. I'm still a little out of it. I'm still tired. I don't know if you guys could tell a little bit tonight. I'm still kind of trying to catch up from the drive yesterday. But Wednesday, we're going to have the Rogues Gallery. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have lots to talk about with the guys and gals. And so just thank you guys. And I just want to remind you that, I can't thank you guys enough for your continued support here on the channel. You guys mean everything to me, and this community means everything. So thank you for not only supporting the channel, but also just being a part of the community and hanging out, whether it's this show or any other statue or collecting show. Thanks for supporting all of us. And it just makes the community bigger and better. So again, thank you guys so very much. Please like the video if you haven't done so already. Hopefully I haven't embarrassed myself too much tonight. I do every week. But anyway, hope you're all having a great rest of your evening. Have a great start to your week. I'm going back to work this week. Summer's over for the BSC, but that's okay. All good things come to an end, right? A new beginning start. And we'll see you guys all on Wednesday. Bye, everybody. Have a great one. Thank you.